Hello students. So in our previous video lecture we have discussed few terms or few things about, you can say, the process photosynthesis, and we are going to start our today's lecture with this, that need of photosynthesis. We have discussed that chlorophyll is very much important in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, how the food that the leaves are prepared, how they can transfer to the other parts of the leaves, all the things we have discussed. But what is the need of photosynthesis? Let us discuss with this. So basically, need of photosynthesis. What is the need? Imagine what would happen in the absence of photosynthesis. In the absence of photosynthesis, there would be no food for us. Okay, because the food stored by plants in their roots, stems and leaves, etc. is used by us as food. Okay. Besides, during photosynthesis, oxygen gas is released, and oxygen is very much essential for our survival. Okay. Thus, photosynthesis helps to maintain the balance between the level of oxygen and carbon dioxide. This is very much important, that we have seen previously. Let me show you. We have seen previously that you can see here that in the process of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide plus water is used and it will produce glucose and oxygen. So we will get oxygen, which is very much important for us. Okay. Okay. So just one second. Okay. So basically, photosynthesis is very much important and very much essential process. Therefore, in the absence of photosynthesis, life would be impossible on earth. Okay. So you can write it by your own words. No need to follow the book. Just take the concept and write it by your own words. Okay. Very simple. What is the need of photosynthesis? Now you can see here few activities are there. So let us discuss these activities one by one. First activity represents to test the formation of starch during photosynthesis. What is the, you can say that if photosynthesis process is there, then it will prepare starch, or formation of starch is there. How do we know? So we have to perform this activity. This activity tells that we have to pluck a leaf from a plant which has been exposed to sunlight. Okay, we have to take a a leaf of a plant which is there in the sunlight. Okay, now boil it in the water for 5 minutes. You can see here we have taken a beaker like this. You can see here this kind of beaker we have taken and we just boil it. You can see here boiling process is there. Okay, and 5 minutes, and place it in another beaker containing alcohol. Then we have to place it in another beaker which contains alcohol. You can see here it is written alcohol, and these two parts are water. Okay. Now what will happen? It will dissolve the chlorophyll and will become colorless. Okay. So when we are doing this, that means when we are putting the leaf in alcohol, then what will happen? All the green colors of the leaf will be dissolved in that alcohol and we will get a completely colorless leaf. So then we have to wash the leaf with water and to remove the alcohol. Okay. The extra alcohol, to remove it, we have to wash the leaf. Okay. Now what will happen? Now place the leaf on a white paper and pour a few drops of iodine solution. So if we put a few drops of iodine solution, you can see here, okay, blue iodine solution. If we put few drops of blue iodine solution, then what will happen? You will observe that the part of the leaf becomes blue or black. If these two colors you will get, that this blue or black, after doing this activity, if you get this blue or black color, that means it shows the presence of starch in the leaf. Okay, so this is the activity, very easy one. Okay, so what we have to do? Simple, we have to take a leaf, we have to boil the leaf for few minutes, then we have to put the leaf in alcohol, and then after washing the leaf we have to put some iodine solution, and if it will turn into blue or black color, then we can easily say that yes, starch is present in this process of photosynthesis. Okay. Okay. So this is the first activity. Now next one, just have a look, that So from the above activity we can conclude that starch is formed during the process of photosynthesis. Now in this second activity, activity 1.2, it tells us that take a potted plant and keep it dark for 2 days. Okay, so we have to take a plant and we have to keep the plant in a dark room for 2 days. This makes the leaves starch free. Now students, we have already discussed that in the presence of sunlight, photosynthesis process takes place. Now if we put a plant in a dark room for 2 to 3 days, then what will happen? Photosynthesis will not happen, and if photosynthesis will not occur, then starch will not be there. Okay, so we have to do this thing to get a starch free leaf. Okay, then we have to cover the healthy leaf on both sides with a strip of black paper. You can see here, this is the black paper. Okay, leaf is there and we just put the black paper on the leaf. Okay, and now place the plant in sunlight for about 5 hours. Okay, now pluck the leaf and remove the black paper strip and boil the leaf first in water and then in alcohol. Okay, that means the same thing we have to do. From here, the previous activity we have to repeat here. Okay, we have to boil the leaf first in water, then in alcohol, and then wash the leaf with warm water. Now perform the iodine test as done in the previous activity to observe carefully. Okay, so from this to this, the previous activity we are doing. Okay, now if you perform this kind of activity with this black paper, then we will observe that the uncovered part of the leaf that was exposed to sunlight turns into blue or black, whereas the part of the leaf which is covered does not turns blue or black. Okay, so the part which is covered, okay, by this paper, it will not turn into blue or black, but you can see here these parts are not covered. Okay, so you can see this part turns into blue or black color, but this part, it is still green in color. Okay, so what do we conclude from this activity? The above activity shows that starch is formed only in those parts which are exposed to sunlight. Okay, hence sunlight is necessary for the process of photosynthesis. So from this experiment we can very easily conclude, students, that sunlight is very much important in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, clear? So 2 activities so far we have read. Now let us move to the third activity. Okay, so this third activity tells us to show the necessity of chlorophyll for photosynthesis. We have discussed that chlorophyll is very much important in the process of photosynthesis, but how do we know? Okay, so let us discuss. So what we have to do to perform this activity? We have to, okay, to show the necessity of chlorophyll for photosynthesis, take a potted plant of croton, or you can say coleus, and keep it in sunlight. Okay, that means you have to take a potted plant. Actually here 2 examples are given, but you can take any potted plant. Okay, and keep it sunlight for few hours and pluck a leaf and draw its shape on a plain white paper and mark the green and non-green areas. Now perform the starch test as we have done in the previous activities. Then what do we observe? If we go through the starch test, or if you perform the starch test, then what we will observe? You will observe that the leaf marked green in the drawing shows blue or black color with iodine. Okay, and the non-green area remains unchanged. So the same thing that we have seen in the previous activity. So basically this shows that the starch is formed only in the green areas of the leaf. Okay, so you can see here. So these leaves of various colors shows that starch is present only in the green areas. So we can conclude that the chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. Okay. Now non-green leaves also have chlorophyll in them, but large amount of red, okay, brown and other colors cover the green colors. Okay, they have chlorophyll. Non-green leaves also have chlorophyll, but large amount of red, brown and other colors cover the green color. Now photosynthesis takes place in these leaves as well, but not in that much rate. Okay. Now you must have seen slimy thread-like green patches in, you can say, stagnant water or ponds. Okay, you can see some slimy thread-like patches. So these patches are formed by the growth of small green parts called algae. Okay, so algae, I hope all of you are familiar with the term algae. So these are some you can say thread-like structure, and they are also green. So these are green in color, okay, due to the presence of chlorophyll. Now if chlorophyll is present, they can also prepare their own food. Okay, so algae can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so this is for activity 3. Now one more activity is there. You can see here that to show the necessity of carbon dioxide in photosynthesis. Okay, this is also very much important to show the necessity of carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Okay, just have a look that keep a potted plant in dark to destarch it. Okay, that means we don't want the starch part. Now take a conical flask and put some potassium hydroxide into it. Okay, these are all chemicals. In higher classes you will read about this, the characteristics about this. Okay, so conical flask means, you can see here, this kind of flask, we can say as conical flask. Okay, we have to put some potassium hydroxide into it. Potassium hydroxide absorbs the carbon dioxide. So what are the characteristics of potassium hydroxide? It can absorb the carbon dioxide. Okay, now insert one unplucked leaf into the flask through a cork. You can see here we have not plucked the leaf, it is there. So we just put the leaf into this conical flask by using a cork. Okay, now place the setup in sunlight for at least few hours. So if you perform this activity and if we place this setup in sunlight for few hours, then what will we see? After about few hours, or 3 to 4 hours actually, if we remove the leaf from the plant and pluck another leaf from the plant, and if we perform starch test on both the leaves, then what do we observe? Okay, so we have to do this activity for two things. First one, the leaf is not plucked, and second one, we just tear the leaf and perform the activity. Then what are the differences we will observe? You will see that the leaf from the conical flask does not turn blue or black, while the other shows blue or black color. Okay, so what we can conclude? So the leaf inside the flask did not receive carbon dioxide. Okay, and hence no starch formed. So we can easily conclude that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. As we have discussed that potassium hydroxides absorb carbon dioxide, so there is no carbon dioxide. Okay, so if no carbon dioxide is there, then photosynthesis is not there. Okay, that's why when we perform the starch test, it will not turn into blue or black color. So this experiment clearly tells us that carbon dioxide is very much important in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, okay. Now synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrates. Okay, we have to read this. Just have a look. That we know that carbohydrates are formed during the process of photosynthesis. Carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So when these three combines, then carbohydrate will form. So these are used to synthesize other components of food, like you can say protein and fats. Okay, these things you have also read in class 6. Now the proteins are the nitrogenous substances. That means nitrogen is there in proteins, and you can say it obtain nitrogen. Okay, now plants cannot absorb nitrogen gas directly from the atmosphere. Now in the atmosphere you can say that nearly 78% of nitrogen is there, but still we or the plants can't take the nitrogen directly. Okay, they can obtain nitrogen in two ways. First of all, what is the first way? soil has certain nitrogen fixing bacteria named rhizobium. Okay, so these kind of bacteria, what are these bacteria can do? They just mix the nitrogen in the soil in the form of nitrate. Okay, these bacteria converts the gas nitrogen into water soluble components which are then absorbed by the plants. Okay, and secondly, let me tell you that secondly, farmers are also add some fertilizers. Okay, and to increase the nitrogen level in the soil. Okay, so these are two facts. By first of all, some bacteria are there named rhizobium. They also convert the gaseous nitrogen into water soluble compound, and farmers are also add some nitrogen in the soil to enrich the nitrogen level. Okay, so students, do these things, and that's all for today's class. In the next class we will start heterotrophic nutrition in plants. Okay, thank you all.